Good evening, dear listeners. Welcome to Path of Life Tales. I'm your old friend. Tonight I want to share two special stories with you. She received a call from her mother in mid-December. Her mother said, "I've already bought your ex a seat at the Christmas dinner table. Please don't make things awkward." That's how she found out. There was no conversation, no discussion, no prior notice. During that call, she hadn't even had time to process what she was feeling before she was already being asked to control her reaction. She had been with her ex for 4 years. They got engaged in January. In April, she discovered he had been involved with a woman from his office for nearly 8 months. How did she find out? She took his clothes to the dry cleaner and found a hotel receipt in his jacket. She said, "I wasn't snooping. I was helping him." I confronted him. He cried. He said he was confused, that he still loved her, that it didn't mean anything. She said, "Get out of my apartment." He left. That was April. By June, her parents were still texting her ex. Her mother said, "We just want him to know we don't blame him." Her father said, "He's a good kid. He just made a mistake." She said, "It felt like a slap in the face." Her parents said, "You're too sensitive." By October, he had started having dinner at her parents' house. She found out through her brother. He mentioned it casually as if it were normal. "Oh yeah, he came over last Sunday. Mom made lasagna." She said she had to sit down and think about it. Her mother makes lasagna for the people she loves, for her graduation, for her birthday, when her father was recovering from surgery. And that man, the one who cheated on her for 8 months while she was planning their wedding, was sitting there eating it. She called her mother. Her mother said, "We've known him for 4 years. We can't just cut him off like that. It wouldn't be fair to him," she asked. "What about what's fair to me?" Her mother said, "You are our daughter. We love you. But you ended the relationship. We won't be rude to him just because things didn't work out." Things didn't work out. That's how her mother described a man who slept with someone else for nearly a year. So when December came and her mother called to say her ex had been invited for Christmas, she said she wasn't even surprised. She was just tired. Her mother said the whole family would be there, uncles, aunts, cousins. She said it would be strange if she wasn't there. She said, "Can you just be the bigger person for one day?" She said, "No." Her mother said, "So you're choosing to spend Christmas alone instead of being with your family?" She said, "You made that choice for me when you invited him." An hour later, her father called, saying she was immature, that her behavior would leave a mark on the family. Her brother texted her saying she should just come and ignore him, as if it were that simple. As if sitting across from the man who ruined her life, eating her mother's lasagna, pretending everything was fine, was something she could just do. She turned off her phone. On Christmas morning, she woke up, made coffee, ordered food from a Thai restaurant that was open, watched 3 movies back to back, took a shower, called a friend who was also spending the holiday alone, talked for 2 hours, and went to bed early. She said, "It was the most peaceful, quiet day I've had all year." On December 26th, her mother texted, "You ruined Christmas by not coming. Your aunt asked about you, and it was embarrassing." "I hope you're happy," she replied 3 days later. "Actually, I am." Her mother never responded. Months passed. She barely spoke to her parents. Her brother thought she should apologize for creating drama. As far as she knew, her ex was still close with her family, even attending her father's birthday dinner in February. She said, "I don't regret skipping Christmas. Not at all. But everyone keeps saying I'm the one causing harm, and I'm starting to wonder if I missed something." She asked, "Did I break this family apart? Or did they do it themselves the moment they chose him?" I want to share a term with you: emotional gaslighting. You know what gaslighting is? Someone repeatedly denies your feelings until you start doubting your own judgment. But emotional gaslighting is more subtle.
How you might.
It's not someone doing something obviously wrong to you. It's the people around you repeatedly telling you that your reaction is wrong. You feel pain. They say you're too sensitive. You feel betrayed. They say you're being dramatic. Feel abandoned, they say, "But we love you." Her mother said, "I hope you're happy, but only if you're happy in the way they want you to be. You have to come back, sit across from that man, pretend everything is fine only, then will they accept that you are happy." That's not love. That's control. And I want to say this: some tables are not worth sitting at. Some lasagna is not worth eating. Some people are not worth pretending you're okay for. She did nothing wrong. But I also know there are no true villains in this story. Her mother may truly love her just in a clumsy, even cruel way. Her father may truly care, but not know how to face his daughter's pain. Her brother may truly believe this is the simplest solution, but simple doesn't mean right. She chose to protect herself. In a story where everyone asked her to sacrifice herself, she chose not to. That's not selfish. That's self-preservation. The second story comes from a 35-year-old husband. He said he and his wife had been together for 11 years. It's no real marital problems. They got together young and now have a beautiful baby boy. 11 years from youth into their 30s? When he said no real marital problems, I noticed that word real. What is a real marital problem? Arguments, cold distance, financial struggles. None of those existed, so he thought their marriage was safe. But friends, the most dangerous things in a marriage are often not the visible cracks, but the things you believe could never happen, quietly happening. That day, they were sitting on the couch watching a Disney movie as usual. The baby was asleep. His wife went to take a shower. Her phone was on the couch. The screen lit up. A text message. From a male colleague, someone he had heard about. A man who had worked with her for 3 or 4 years, very fit, very into the gym. He didn't think much of it at first. He really didn't. But deep down, there was a feeling like a tiny needle lightly pricking him. He couldn't explain it. Maybe intuition. Maybe something his subconscious had already noticed, but he had chosen to ignore. He picked up the phone, and his world stopped. He only read a few lines. Just a few, and on he started shaking. His exact words were, "I couldn't and still can't bear to keep reading." What did he see? He saw the man describing her body in detail. He saw her thanking him for holding her hair. Saw him saying how much he liked the way she friends. I'm not telling a vulgar story. I'm telling you about a man on an ordinary afternoon. Looking into a phone he thought he could trust forever and, watching his marriage being torn into pieces, he said time stood still. I think in that moment he wasn't just reading those messages. He was watching 11 years of his life like a glass tipping off a table and then shattering. They had pet names, honey, baby. They shared locations, exchanged intimate photos. The woman he had lived with for 11 years, the mother of his child. The wife he thought had no real marital problems with another man. She was someone else, someone unfamiliar, someone he had never seen, someone he might never want to know. So the question is, what should he do now? He asked me, should I divorce her? Should I confront her? Should I read more? Let's talk about confrontation. Many people's first instinct after discovering betrayal is, I need to ask her. I need to hear her explanation. But think about this once you confront. You hand over the power of explanation to the person who hurt you. What will she say? She'll say it's not what you think. But you've already seen it as exactly that. She'll say it's just words, it doesn't mean anything. But you know words come from actions, from choices, from repeated lies. She'll say I was just bored, just playing around. Will you believe that? And even if you do, will you ever see her the same way again? Confrontation doesn't give you truth. It gives you a polished version of it, and that version is harder to digest than the truth. Because you'll be torn between believing and doubting. You'll wish you never saw that message. You'll wish you could still be the man who trusted her. But you can't go back. Should you read more? This is a cruel choice. The more you read, the more you know. But truth is addictive. The more it hurts, the more you want to look. The more you look, the more it hurts. I once had a client who discovered her husband's messages. She went through 3 years of chat history, screenshotting every page, rereading everything, staying up until 3 a.m., crying until she felt numb. She told me, I'm not looking for evidence. I'm looking for the person I still love. I want to see when he became someone I don't recognize. But he didn't change. He was always that person. You just didn't see it. So my advice is, enough. Those few lines you saw are enough to make a decision. You don't need to know when it started, how many times, what he said, what she replied. Those details won't bring peace. They will haunt you, should you divorce. Only you can answer that. But here's a way to think about it. What is marriage? It's not a paper, not a promise. It's you handing your most vulnerable self to another person, saying, I trust you not to hurt me. And when she uses that trust as a tool to build another relationship, what she destroys is not just your marriage, but your ability to believe that love is safe. Many people ask, does she still love me? That's the wrong question. The real question is she still worth your love? Whether she loves you, that's her issue. Whether she deserves your love, that's yours. She might love you, or she might not. But the truth is, she loves herself enough to sacrifice your feelings. She enjoys the attention of two men, the thrill of secrecy, the version of herself you never see. This is not your fault. Many betrayed partners fall into self-doubt. Am I not good enough? Did I neglect her? Was I not romantic? Not attentive? Not strong enough? No. She is an adult. She could have communicated. She could have left. She could have sought counseling. She chose betrayal. Well, that's not your failure. That's her choice. Finally, I want to say this to everyone listening. If you're holding your phone right now, and there's a voice telling you, just take a look, just once, put it down, go to sleep. Some doors once opened can never be closed again. Some truths, once known, mean you can never return to who you were before. Trust is not meant to be tested. It's meant to be cherished. If someone is worthy of your trust, you don't need to check their phone. If they're not, whether you check or not, you already know. That's all for tonight. May we all be loved, and may we all be worthy of love. This article is adapted from real submissions. All names are fictional. The views expressed are interpretive perspectives. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments.